Scent bird, I smell good, bitch. And if you want to smell good like me, you'll click down below in the description box and get 15% off of your first month subscription service to Scent Bird, which is a monthly subscription service that sends you perfumes, candles, hand lotions, and makeup. So you guys get down below, check out their website, and sign up. What's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. But first, I want to let you guys know about my MAVEN BLISS box giveaway, okay? One of my really good associates, you know, we don't know each other enough to say friend, but she's helped me so much. Such a sweet person, Brianne Downs, and she has a new subscription service box. She's such a techie and a smart girl, and so she decided to put together a box of all of her favorite office supplies and really cute paper clips and beautiful pens and notebooks and just all kinds of cute things to help you stay structured and organized. And if you like those things, like a lot of us women do, you know, we like to journal and have our little cute pens and envelopes and just all kind of cute stationery. If you are someone who is into things like that, you will love this box. It's a great gift for Christmas, which is right around the corner. So I'm going to leave the link down below in the comments section. I'm going to pin it there, and I'm also going to put it in the description box. Click on that link, follow her on Instagram, MAVEN BLISS, and that is how you enter into the giveaway. That's all you have to do. Click the link and then follow her on Instagram. So I hope you guys will check out the video and, you know, just look at some of the things she has. And if you decide that you like it, go ahead and click on the link and go over there and subscribe to her subscription box, okay? I loved it, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's not a long video, less than 10 minutes long, so just give it your time. Go check it out if y'all want to support Black-owned businesses. Okay, now that I've done that, let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. Okay, where's my fan? All right? Y'all, the lady at church make these fans. My mama said she ain't got no cards. I don't even know if she got no social media. Y'all know how these people be. Okay, they make stuff for the people around them. They don't be trying to go live online and all of that. But I love it. And when I get some more information, I'll come back to y'all in the video and let y'all know. All right, so Portia and Dennis. So the episode picked off where the last one left off, which is with Portia thinking that she might be getting her engagement ring, but we all saw that that box was quite large. And we also saw that she didn't even get engaged to Dennis until after she had already announced her pregnancy. So we knew that this was not going to happen at the moment. What was in the box was a Rolex. And she's like, oh my God, baby, a Rolex. I love it. It's so beautiful. Rolex gang. I'm just like, okay, Portia, girl, you better be happy and living your best life, okay? She went and put on this sexy dress that had this beautiful embellished, you know, diamonds, you know, stones or whatever, because it's not real diamonds, I'm sure, like crystals or cubic zirconia, whatever the fuck, all up and down the neck area. Very structured, you know, had like a peekaboo in the little breast area, and it come around the neck. She had to come whisper to the lady, oh, baby, can you please come and unzip this, please, just a little bit, okay, because it's been choking me. Baby, this dress has been choking me for the past 20 minutes. Why is that funny? Why is that funny, Portia? Okay, oh my God. All right, so they have this beautiful dinner. They have a wonderful time. And then at the end of it, he's like, yeah, so, you know, I'm about to go to the club. He didn't say we. He said, I'm about to go to the club. And I was just like, so wait a minute. Dinner, jewelry, private chef, flight, and you gonna fuck her and go to the club. Am I correct with that? See, y'all, I don't have time for this type of shit, okay? I don't give a fuck if your homeboy is in town. Like, wait until after the first night to be trying to go meet up with your homeboys and shit. Like, that's just how I feel. I would feel some type of way. But Portia is not trying to rock the boat. She don't want to scare this man off. She is not trying to introduce him to the crazy that is Portia before he puts a ring on it, okay? And I'm like, girl, he probably already put a baby in you, so it you know, it is what it is, okay? So while he goes to, you know, thank the chef and all of the staff for, you know, presenting them with such a beautiful dinner, she sneaks into the bedroom and puts some flowers, flower petals and stuff all over, y'all, because I don't know what rose petals, all over the bed. And, you know, she's laying there like, you know, come and get it, you know, like, yeah, dessert, come and get into this juice box, okay? Get into this juice box. And obviously he gave it a dick and then still went ahead and went to the club, okay? The next morning, He done bought her a brand new diamond cross. Now let me ask y'all something. Did he already have this in a bag? Did he already have this in a bag? Did he already have this pre-planned that he was gonna go out and have a good time with his homeboys and maybe do some shit that he shouldn't have did? And so he was gonna come the next day with a gift to make up for what he did the night before. Okay. No pain, no gain. In order to get something, you gotta get something. Be a cook in the kitchen, a lady in the streets. You can't show your teeth to every guy you meet, It's all right to be a little sweet, but be a mama to them kids, and you know what? In the sheets, no pain, no pain, no gain. No pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. All right, look, I had to kick it to y'all right quick because that was a lyric, bitch, okay? So also the next morning, okay, after receiving a cross, she trying to get herself together for the day that they're about to partake in, okay? And she didn't bring her own toothbrush. And I'm like, girl, you had a whole assistant there helping you get ready, and you didn't pack a toothbrush. So she's like, baby, where's your toothbrush? I want to use your toothbrush. He went downstairs and bought her a toothbrush, but she said, look at these teeth. These teeth are too big for that soft little bitty toothbrush. Baby, let me use your toothbrush. And he was just standing there looking at her like, bitch, I am not about to let you use my toothbrush. And she says, well, you let me use it at home. Why is it a problem now? So she just runs into the room and gets the toothbrush and comes back, and this kind of turns into an argument. And y'all, this is disgusting. Y'all, I don't give a fuck when nobody say, I don't want to use your toothbrush. I don't want you to use mine. I don't want to accidentally use yours. Let me make you understand something. I love my husband. We have slapped plenty of saliva. But what I don't want is the chewed up food that's been stuck in between your teeth for days in my mouth. Don't want it, okay? Don't want it. Not to say that he wouldn't floss, because we floss around here. But my point still remains, that shit is disgusting. That shit is nasty, Portia. You ain't even known this nigga long enough to be using his toothbrush. He could be out here eating bitches' pussy and then going home and brushing his teeth, and you using that damn toothbrush. How do you know? Was that a new toothbrush? Because that could have been even before you pussy juice on the toothbrush. Like, I'm just like, girl, are you really gonna use this man's toothbrush? That is nasty. She said, I don't want to argue about this. If you want to argue about something serious, I want to talk about you coming back to the hotel until 4 o'clock in the morning. Remember that? You left at 1 a.m. And he was like, well, you know, my friend was in town and I wanted to have a good time. But you came back drunk. So what was going on there? And he was like, I mean, what you want me to say? We stayed downstairs in a bar, had a good time, and I came up here, you know, after it was all over. I don't know why that turned into an argument, okay? But I guess they went on about their day, and eventually she comes back to him to apologize. I'm sorry, baby. I know I was doing the most. I'm sorry. And he like, it's okay. And she's like, see, look how Dennis is. Look how wonderful he is. I'm like, girl, look, gifts and money and all of that is great, all right? But that nigga seemed like he don't communicate just so he don't say some shit that he don't want to say. You know how somebody don't talk a lot because they don't want to let nothing slip out? Like, that's what it seemed like to me, okay? I feel like Portia is ignoring her instincts about certain things because she knows that this dude is some type of catch. And I just kind of feel like, see, that's not a good way to start off a relationship. So worried about stepping on his toes when you are obviously by the motherfucker stepping on yours, okay? Look, I'm just saying, like, in my relationship, nigga would have never left me the first night we got there to go chill with no homeboys. Like, unless it was like, oh, well, you know, babe, they gonna be leaving, so I won't catch them before they go, unless that was the case. But if that nigga was gonna be there the next night, you could wait, okay? You could wait, all right? After this juice box, nigga, we going to bed, okay? To sleep. You and me, the both of us. And if you going to the club, nigga, we going to the club. You ain't about to leave me in the room on the first night that we get here. That just would have been me, y'all. I'm sorry, okay? All right, nigga knew I was crazy from jump, so if you don't want to move on like Maya, nigga, okay? I'm moving on. Yes, I am. So Nene is opening up Swaggerlicious, her new boutique in a Palm Hotel. I think that's what it's called, Palm something hotel. And it's a soft opening the day before because she just wants to make sure that everything goes smoothly so that when she has her grand opening, everything goes right. And she's been moving in silence as of recently. She has learned not to let everybody know what business ventures that she's setting out on because, you know, people be jinxing your shit. They be stealing your shit. tardy for the party ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just never fucking know how somebody might fuck up your shit if you didn't already put it out there before you started it. That's something I have to learn for myself too, because I'll put something out there before I actually finish it or before I get halfway through it. And then for some reason, after a while, I kind of lose it and then move away from it. But it's always in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where she's coming from. You got to move in silence sometimes. But it's been very difficult for Nene lately because she's been having to juggle the stores being reopened, her having comedy shows again, and then also Greg being sick. So it's a lot. And Greg wants to travel with her. He wants to be there with her. He wants to support her regardless of the fact of how he's feeling. See, I saw somebody in the comments talking about that Nene is not a real wife and she don't really love her husband and all of this shit because she didn't stop working because he got sick. And I'm just like, excuse me? Let me get this straight. If they didn't have a lot of money, you would not ask this of her because it would be mandatory for them to work in order to sustain life, all right? Nene probably has a lot of money saved up and she would be okay to not work, but she doesn't want to not work. And another thing that the doctors told her was to keep Greg moving and to keep him living life as usual so his mind and his spirit will not get caught up in being sick. Yes, physically it is tiring on him, but they have the money for him to go sit down, whatever he needs to sit down, okay? But I thought that was such a crass statement to make that because she hasn't stopped working, because she's not, ending her career right now, that means she don't love her husband. And I just think that's such bullshit. I think that because you would do something, you can't necessarily say that makes somebody else wrong for how they handle it in their marriage. You know what I'm saying? If her husband don't have a problem with it, why would anybody else be upset with it? Why would anybody else look at her as being a bad wife? Now, to me, a bad wife would be leaving his ass at home all the time and not worrying about him, not taking care of him, not even, mentioning him as much as she does. But she mentions it because it's a lot on her and she loves her husband. And I don't care what anybody say. Why would she remarry this man after they had already went through a divorce if she didn't really want to be with him? By that time, his money had waned and her stardom had really shot up into the sky. So Nene was already doing her by that time, and she didn't need to come back into this marriage, but she did because she knows that her and Greg's love is real. So anybody that's hating on that, you just don't like Nene. And that's just what it is, okay? Now, the rest of the ladies get down to Miami and they're on like a joint bus together. And everybody is so surprised that Portia reached out to Marlo and Kandi, but specifically Marlo, because they still had beef at the end of the reunion, whereas Kandi and Portia shook hands and decided to end their beef. And Kandi said she don't know if she would have been comfortable going if it was just her and Portia. It might not have been as nice as it is now. So she probably wouldn't have won. But they're most amazed by she and Marlo's situation because they almost came to blows. And I'm like, child, just fucking wait on it. So they get to the hotel and everybody's looking at their rooms and stuff like that. And Portia gave Kandi the second largest room. And I thought that was a nice gesture just to, try to start to get them into a place of being just back cool and not so contentious and uncomfortable when they're around each other. So I thought that was very nice. She left notes in everybody's rooms. Of course, Marlo had to have something to say about the fact that she had the second smallest room, and when the note just said enjoy the room. What does that mean? I guess she doesn't have a bigger vocabulary. It's like, bitch, you've been sucking dick for ducats your whole life, but yet you love mentioning other people's ignorances or other people's, issues and stuff like that. Yes, she may not have the best vocabulary, but bitch, you don't have the best moral standards. Are we mentioning that every fucking 5 minutes? No, we not, Marlo. We let you live with your fashions and take you for what you were, but you really do the most sometimes and think that it's just you being blunt and honest, and it's not. You are cruel and you a bitch, and you say whatever comes out your mouth because it comes from your insecurity. It's not always the truth. It's the insecurity that some of these women didn't have to do half of the fucking you did to amass even more money than you did, okay? I think that's your beef with Kandi, and I think your beef with Portia is the fact that Portia is way juicier than you, okay? And if she wanted to be out here fucking for ducats and everybody say, oh, we don't know what Marlo does, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, we don't need nigga to tell us they sell drugs to know they sell drugs, just like we don't need nigga to tell us that you's a high-priced escort for us to know that. Bitch, where else is the money coming from? Before Real Housewives of Atlanta, before so-called websites and bullshit, okay? Where was the ducats coming from? Because you ain't have no job, you ain't got no degree, you ain't did nothing but have relationships with rich people. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying don't sit up there trying to judge other people and talking about their lack of vocabulary when we know you ain't nothing but a gutter butt bitch yourself. Okay, Marlo? Okay, Marlo? All the fashions and the money and the good wigs are not going to change the fact that you are still alone for a fucking reason, okay? Okay? Look, it could be by choice, bitch, but I think it's because you got a stank-ass disposition and don't nobody want to be around that shit all the time. Marlo calls and tries to get a bigger room, but there wasn't any available. She finds Portia's room that Portia has gotten in this hotel. So I guess she's staying over there with her man in one and then got one over here so that she could have, you know, a fun time with the ladies and not really be separated from them and then not have to worry about them trying to see Dennis. So Marlo brings all of her shit into Portia's room because Portia wasn't there. Now this is her room. And then moved Portia's luggage downstairs to the room that was supposed to be hers. And Eva was like, bitch, your entitlement is like, oh my God. And I'm like, yes, Eva, thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it. Her entitlement is obnoxious as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, has not done nearly as much. Like, Eva, like I said, y'all, I got into it with somebody on Twitter because they want to keep going back and forth about, you know, Cynthia's lack thereof career. And I'm just like, you know, ignorant young people, just because they don't know about it, they feel like it didn't happen. Eva's career was on television. That's why you think you know that she did more than Cynthia has done. But there's no way in hell that she's done more work than Cynthia has done. Eva is a great model. I love her. She was my favorite even back then when she was, you know, everybody thought she was a bitch. My email was Eva the Diva 06. Okay, understand how much I love Eva Pickford, aka Eva Marcel. Okay, understand me. But bitch, when you annoying me, you annoying me. And I hate when bitches try to use age, like one day they ass ain't gonna get old, as a way to try to play somebody. And that's the only thing she can say about Cynthia. Oh, she's an old model. Oh, she's a veteran. Oh, da, da, da. And bitch, one day you will be that. So stop shading her about her age as if that takes away from her beauty. I understand that they had their issues because of the boyfriend situation, but at the end of the day, bitch, I don't know you. Why would I want to hear about what's going on with my man from you, okay? So I understood where Cynthia was coming from, even though the truth was being told either way. Cynthia didn't want to hear the shit, but it's been deaded. Why is it still an issue? Why do you feel offended because she didn't want to hear that shit from you? Everybody knows that when you're going to tell your friend, your close friend, something about her man, it might go one or two ways. So you tread lightly, depending on the type of relationship you got. But you cannot act like Cynthia is so out of pocket and wrong so that you can now constantly be making little slick ass comments a whole year later. Like, I'm over it, okay? Like, but you need to get over it. But I still love me some Eva, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I just don't like the shading about the age thing. I just think it's disrespectful. And I don't like the way that this generation feels that they could disrespect somebody when they're older just because, you know, they're not the one that they're aware of. Like, there were a whole bunch of people doing great shit before your ass was even born. So just because you don't know about it does not mean that those accolades don't still exist. That does not mean the people who they touch were not still touched. Like, it doesn't matter what you think just because you don't know the shit. It happened regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I just have an issue with that works on my fucking nerves. And when she says shit like that, it kind of just reiterates that ignorant frame of mind that because Cynthia is older, she's somehow less than Eva. And I'm just not here for that statement at all. The lady surprised Nene at her show. She was very happy and pleasantly surprised. Greg was there. All the ladies are talking to him, and he talks about how hard it's been on him, how he hasn't had an appetite, hasn't been able to eat. And it just made me sad because it reminded me of everything my dad went through when he had cancer. And just seeing him try to be strong and support Nene and seeing her trying to be, you know, the rock for everybody. All the ladies came out to support and show love, and it was every single one of them. And I appreciate that so much. And I thought that it was such a beautiful moment for them to be there for the both of them in that way. And Nene does her comedy show, you guys, and she has the Camacho girl who is so fucking funny. I always forget her name, but she's so funny. Lonnie Love was there. And Nene got on stage and said, you know, everybody wants to know if I'm a comedian. Fuck no, I ain't no comedian. I'm a motherfucking hustler. And I'm like, you know what, bitch, you better do it. Because if they're going to pay to come and see you stand on the stage and talk and tell your little jokes, then I guess you're doing what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we, I ain't got to put labels on shit. I wouldn't call myself a comedian either, but y'all enjoy the fuck out of watching my videos, don't y'all? Cheers. I love y'all, okay? All right? Gonna go ahead and put that out there. I would never call myself a comedian because I feel like I haven't done the groundwork that calls for going to the shows and standing right in front of people and having them dish you and boo you and all of that shit. I have not gone through that, all right? And I don't know if I want to. So I wouldn't call myself one either. I understand that. Either way, backstage, Lonnie is talking to Nene and asking her how she's been, asking about Greg. Everybody loves Greg. Even if they don't like Nene, they like Greg. So Lonnie gets all, you know, teary-eyed and stuff when they're talking about Greg and what he's been going through. It's just emotional, you guys. It's very emotional. So after the show, the ladies go out for cocktails. And Nene is so happy that Portia and Marlo are getting along because she feels like, you know, they're the same type of chick. And I'm just like, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are similar, but I don't know if I would say, you know, a lot of like the way that she's saying. Yes, you know, both very, you know, beautiful and attractive and, you know, aware of it, women. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Portia is light where Marlo is heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about physicality. I'm talking about energy. You know, Portia has some moments, but all in all, Marlo just comes off as somebody that's just, there's always some negativity underlying. It just always seems like underlying negativity, even when she's trying to put on, you know, the nice face and all that. So Candy asked Portia what she's been doing, you know, because she got there early. It's her birthday, what she been doing. And she talks about Dennis and everything that he did for her and how nice it's all been. And then she asked them their opinion about the toothbrush situation, which everybody collectively thinks is disgusting, okay? Okay, so I'm not the only one that feels that way. Last episode, I forgot to mention the conversation that Dennis and Portia had in a car about him knowing Candy and him kind of hemming and hawing over it. And I'm like, that just kind of seems to be the way this nigga communicates a lot of the time, okay? But Candy in this episode was very much aware of the relationship that was going on between Portia and Dennis. And that does not surprise me. Candy knows everybody. Everybody knows Candy. She has a restaurant. He said he's been to OLG numerous times. And Portia said, I mean, he's never been there when we've been together, you know, and all of this shit. But still, they obviously know each other, and Candy always knows somebody, man, so everybody feels like it's going to be an issue. But I just kind of feel like, why is everybody acting like it's just Candy? Atlanta is small as fuck, so everybody knows everybody for the most part, and Candy just is nosy and got her ear to the streets. Okay? But she says she knows several women that Dennis has dated and just wants Portia to stop putting it out there that she wants marriage and let him lead the way. And even though I feel like Candy should not be giving that advice to Portia at this point, and she says she knows it. She was like, I know that we not in the best place, but, you know, I just want to let you know, I wouldn't be pushing it if I were you, let him lead the way. And everybody says that, and Portia is like, Candy gave me some generic advice. I'm sure she would have given it to anybody. No, bitch. She was specifically giving it to you because she knows that nigga might be out here acting like a hoe, okay? He giving off whole energy even without Candy's input, okay? So let's not act like this is all about, it's all, because y'all know how this shit starting. Everybody be like, Candy, 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 Candy. And I'm like, this nigga looks suspect already, okay? I'm sure that he gonna get his shit together because, Portia's pregnant and it's gonna end up being all right because it has to be. But I'm just telling y'all what it look like, okay? And it kind of looks suspect, Dennis. You hemming and hawing a lot. She know you done been with several bitches and all of this type of stuff. But I'm just glad that Candy did not mention most of the things she knew in front of Portia. She just kind of let Portia have her moment and she'll give information as she sees fit. So when Portia asked them about their rooms and were they happy with their rooms, everybody is like, child, we were, but Marlo wasn't. And so they go to Portia's room and she sees that Marlo done put all her shit in her room and she was very, oh no, girl, So she just started picking shit up and putting it in the fucking elevator. Girl, go ahead and get out of here now. And then they go downstairs. Portia gets her stuff and comes back up to the penthouse. And I guess somebody must have told Marlo, bitch, just go ahead down to that fucking room and sleep in that damn bed. When Nene was on the elevator, child, she said what we were all thinking. She said, girl, now you know good and goddamn well you used to stay in these small rooms. Ain't you from the fucking projects? Now stop with this bullshit. You know you can stay in a small room. Yes, if that ain't the truth, bitch, okay? Scratching and surviving good times, hanging in the child line, okay? Stop it, girl. Just always high maintenance. Everybody in the room probably has more money than her. And what I mean is, as you know, Candy, Eva, Cynthia, like I'm sure they have more money than Marlo. They may not. I could be wrong, y'all. I don't want to put that out there like that's a fact. And somebody be like, bitch, how you know that? I don't know. But it just seems like for sure Candy has more money. And I think that Eva might have more money. Cynthia, you know, they just both have had vast careers in a way that they've had a lot of money and still don't act the way Marlo acts, like somebody who ain't never had shit and is just trying, you know, she does act like somebody who has new money. She's had money for so long, but she's constantly with the fashions and I want the largest room and just all petty bullshit. If you got money, like sometimes people who really, really have money don't give a fuck about none of this shit, okay? But y'all know that's not Marlo. She got to overreact about the shit. Either way, okay, Portia got her room, baby, okay? Portia got her room. The next morning, Candy talks to Todd about all the shit she knows about Dennis, and he tell her just stay the hell out of it. And she say, I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm like, thank you, God. Okay, we do not need no more beef between the two of y'all. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but please let it last as long as it possibly can. So, y'all, because Marlo left some of her clothes in Portia's room, that bitch put on her Versace outfit that she wore the previous day, and here come Marlo with her glam squad. Oh, Portia's not here. Okay, let's set up, you guys, so y'all can do my makeup. And Portia comes in like, what is going on in here? And I'm like, how the fuck does she keep getting in this girl room? Like, what the hell is going on? Okay? And Marlo was like, I ordered us breakfast, and my glam squad gonna do your makeup too. So Portia was like, okay, girl, all right. And then she's stretching out that girl tights, walking all stank and everything. Like, this bitch know that every episode we gonna have to, you know, draw attention to how juicy Portia's ass is, okay? So then they sit in the bed and eat breakfast, and they just kind of talk about how they started off on the wrong foot, but how, you know, they had so much fun the night before. They actually ended up going to the club together and, you know, just having a really good time. And now they just want to, you know, have a fresh start. So they toast to that, and that's all cute. And I'm just like, girl, how long that's going to last? So then everybody gets ready and goes downstairs so we can go to Nene's, you know, grand opening. The hotel is 2 blocks away. Eva seems to be the only one that knows exactly what it's like. It's Miami, it's hot as hell. I'm going to wear flats and a nice, beautiful, you know, summer dress. And, you know, I'm going to have my hair up. I'm just going to be dressed for the weather, like a practical person. But the rest of you bitches always want to show out. And Candy's feet is hurting. And Portia and Marlo are sweating their shit off. And Marlo got a fucking wool hat on. Bitch, it is summertime in Miami. Where are you going? See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody wants to talk about the fashions, but a part of the fashions is dressing for the fucking weather, okay? You can't talk about how hot you are when your fucking ass wearing a wool hat in summertime in Miami, okay? Like, that's just too much, y'all. I could not deal with her. They get to the place. Y'all, it was 2 blocks away, and she was sitting up there trying to find a fucking Uber. Girl. See what I'm talking about, y'all? I cannot deal with the high maintenance-ness of it all, okay? They get there, everybody's looking around. Nene is so happy that they're there. They shopping, everybody's having a good time. And then Marlo notices that Greg goes outside. He got a bit overheated. They had a lot of people in there. And I don't know why going outside, you know, would have worked. But I guess just everybody not being so close to him or whatever. So he goes outside. Nene follows behind and check on him and see how he doing. He just said, I just got overheated. They bring him some water. The other girls come outside and Marlo is like, let me tell you a joke, you know. So they're just trying to distract him from how he's feeling physically, and it ends up working, and he ends up telling a joke, and everybody just, you know, laughing and having a good time. And I just want to say that I know we don't like episodes with, you know, not a lot of drama. Everybody wants all of the drama, but I have to say I was very emotionally moved by how all the girls were there for Nene and Greg. I was very moved by that. In that moment was everything. So I just really appreciated them being there for her in that way, being there for Greg in that way, because cancer is terrible. It is hard to go through for the spouse, for the person, for the family, for the children, especially if they don't make it. So, you know, Greg is still alive. Greg is still doing great. So I hope he's able to beat it. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if y'all have not already. And I'm ready for the drama next week, baby. All right. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one.